Hi! Guess what came today? This big brown box. I think it's something we've been waiting for. So let's take a look at what we got. But before we do that,
Oh, I can't wait. Let's see.
I think we need to remind everybody that they should subscribe. It takes a second, it's free, it doesn't cost anything, and
It
we want
helps
you.
our page out a lot too.
Our channel really needs your help because we're trying to get more subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you see, hit that like button and make a comment and ring the notification bell.
Ding, ding,
So let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, last Saturday, a big brown box came to our house.
ding. Just
And
like
I
that
was
one.
very excited. And I opened up the box like this, and there was a packing list inside. It had our name and all of our information. And when I lifted up the packing list, there was something that said Crown and Anchor Society. So I was really excited. And I couldn't wait to tell Dennis to come and see what we got. And I opened the box. And I opened the box further so that I could take things out. And there were a few different things in there. A passport holder and a luggage tag and pinnacle pins. And lo and behold, I picked up the pinnacle pins and they had somebody else's name on them. And I said, oh no, I can't believe that this happened. So I took more things apart, and the statue also had their names on it. It's not ours. It's two people, Bruce and Valerie, who turned Pinnacle on the Oasis of the Seas back in February. And I thought, oh no, what am I going to do? So I called the Crown and Anchor Society, Royal Caribbean's Crown and Anchor Society. This is Saturday morning. And I said, I got the wrong kit in the mail. It's got my name on the outside of the box. It's got my packing list on the inside of the box. But everything in the Pinnacle kit, the tags, the badges, the beautiful badges, gold badges with little diamonds on them, have somebody else's name on them. And I said, I'm so disappointed. What can you do to help me? And I said, I've been waiting since February, March, April, May, June, July, almost 6 whole months. Because here it is almost the end of July, and we turned Pinnacle at the beginning of February. And they said, well, the best thing we can do is we'll have to reorder it. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do with the stuff that belongs to somebody else? Well, I don't know. I said, Should I send it to them? Can you find out who they are and where they live? Well, they told me we can't do that because there's privacy issues and we can't give out any other people's names, their addresses or personal information. And I said, yeah, but you sent me their stuff. And they said, well, there's nothing other than what we can do about it. And I said, can I send it somewhere? Can I do something so that these people will get what they belong, what they should have? And they said, well, let me check. And I waited on hold, and this whole phone call ended up taking about 40 minutes. And I waited on hold multiple times while they checked, and the answer remained the same. We have to reorder their kit and your kit because apparently something happened to
And
it.
they said, just keep it or throw it out.
Well, they just said, I said, do you want me to send it to Miami? Do you want me to send it back to Royal Caribbean? Well, no. What we are told that we should tell you is we will reorder them. And I said, well, that's really great. We're going to wait another 6 months. So I sent an email to Michael Bailey. And I also told the people on the Crown and Anchor phone call that I was going to reach out to social media. And I did. I reached out to social media at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then the day went on and I went to sleep, and the next morning I woke up and social media solved my problem to a certain extent.
The Pinnacle page of Facebook.
First, I wasn't a member of the Pinnacle page of Facebook, but I was a member of the Crown and Anchor Society group and other Royal Caribbean related groups. So I posted information that I had received Pinnacle kit for these other people, and did anybody know them? Because I felt like I wanted to just ship it to them and let them get what they were supposed to have. And I figured if I found out who they were and where they were, I could just send it to them. What's it going to cost? A few bucks to take it to UPS and send it to them. And a lovely lady named Cindy, and I'm not using last names because I just don't think that's the right thing to do. But if you're a member of the Pinnacle Facebook page, you can get all of that information because we've all posted on it. So anyway, the really great lady named Cindy is friends with the people whose kit I received. And she said, if you're willing to give us your phone number, I will have them call you. And I said, of course I'll give you my phone number. Everybody in the world has my phone number. It's no big deal. And that was at about 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning. And by 10:30, I had a new friend, Valerie, whose Pinnacle kit I had received, had called me and gave me all of her information. And I was about to ship to her, but I couldn't do it because it was a Sunday. Well, Monday morning comes. Meantime, I think maybe Valerie has my kit. She says, well, I'm away, but my neighbor will check and we'll see if your kit got sent to us. I figure maybe they just got swapped. Well, the next day, fairly early in the day, my phone rings. And it's a woman from the company that does the fulfillment for the Pinnacle kits. They do the engraving on the pins and the statues.
And also the blocks.
And the blocks. They do the crystal blocks that you get after so many cruises. And she calls me to apologize. She says, I'm so very sorry about what happened, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a courier service come to your house tomorrow morning, that would be Monday, and pick that box up, and we will take it back, make sure everything is correct on it, and we will send it to the rightful owners. And in the meantime, we will try and find out where your kit went, because it must have gone somewhere. And I thought, I'm going to take some pictures. So I took pictures of what was inside the kit that belonged to Bruce and Valerie, and I looked at the order number on the bottom of the Pinnacle kit, and their order number was 1 digit different than ours. And I thought, oh, that's probably what happened. I'll bet you it's gonna show up at their house. And we're going on a trip in a week and a half. And maybe it'll get there by the time we're going to sail on the Ovation. So Monday morning, the doorbell rings at 9 o'clock, and it's the courier service. And I took a picture of the label, and I texted it and messaged it to Valerie and Bruce, so they knew that their kit was going to be on its way back to the shipper, and they were going to send it to them so that they would receive what they were supposed to receive. And then the lady from that company told me that she would try and find out where my kit was, our kit, and let me know what she finds out. Well, lo and behold, social media does it again, and someone put something on social media that they received Dennis and Noreen's Pinnacle kit. Well, so be it. I contacted that person. She was kind enough to give me her information through Facebook messengers, private messages, and she's in Texas. She's in the Galveston, Texas area. Says she travels on the Allure a lot. She's real happy the Allure is sailing out of Galveston. So she had my kit, and I let the shipping people know where my kit was, and they contacted Nancy and sent her a label, and this is the label. If you look, the order number on here is not for me. And what's inside
Yes, I want to
is
see what it is.
Nancy's packing list for Galveston, Texas. And maybe you can help me here, Dennis.
At the top box.
Get rid of that top box.
I get to hide behind the box.
Yeah. The bottom of the box has our name and order number on it.
Look at the beautiful box.
It's a beautiful
The
box.
front of it.
It's a beautiful box. Crown and Anchor Society. And the order number on this packing list that went to Nancy, not the same as ours, but we opened up the box. It's a very fancy box. And here it is, our Pinnacle kit. So we got luggage tags and a passport holder. And our pins with the correct name on them. And all the diamonds intact. There have been instances where some of the diamonds fall off during shipping.
Our real good close friends got theirs, and her diamonds were all laying in the bag. Oh, that fell out.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. But here's, let's see, which one is this? Is that yours?
That's Noreen Ryan.
Okay.
I don't know who she is.
That's my Pinnacle pin. Hooray, I got it.
Mine's in the bag.
Dennis's is in the bag. And most importantly, lens cleaners. We always need those. And inside this fancy box is
Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. How many da-da-da-das do I have to do? Hurry up.
definitely my most
They're backwards.
expensive
No.
piece of jewelry.
No?
700 nights. Congratulations, Dennis and Noreen Ryan, for achieving Pinnacle status. February 6th, 2022 on the Odyssey of the Seas.
And it's funny, everyone who this happened to happens to be a member of the Pinnacle Facebook club. And we,
Well,
Found out there
I have a
were-
bunch of new friends
there,
now.
we found out there were 8 people that this happened to. So, they had a little problem with misshipment at the fulfillment company,
Well,
but they did
We
fix
don't
it,
know
they were
yet.
very nice.
they were very nice. They took care of it very quickly for us. And I believe they're taking care of
Yeah.
everyone else. Now, what we don't know is whether there were more than the 8 couples, or the 4 couples, 8 people that got caught up in this confusion.
Up until Monday, we were reading on the Facebook page and talking to people, because we've been talking back and forth to everybody this happened to, and everybody else, excuse me, that up until Monday, Crown and Anchor Society was still telling them, oh, just get rid of it, or throw
We're
it
gonna
away, or
reorder
keep
it.
it, we're reordering
We're
it
gonna
for you.
reorder it, that's our policy, we have to reorder it. Now,
And this was after we had got a call from the fulfillment company, which has been in touch with the powers that be. Someone, I believe her name is Nancy at Royal, and
Yeah.
also with Michael Bailey's office.
Well,
And-
here's what I think
And
happened.
I think that there was a miscommunication, and it wasn't passed on to Crown and Anchor. We can really not fault anybody. It was just, it was a comedy of errors on both parts of the shipper and of Royal Caribbean, and they've straightened it out. And that's what's important. It's sitting here.
The-
We're happy as can be. Thank you, Royal Caribbean. We'll still be loyal to you. We'll still be floating on the ocean with you at least once or twice a month or more. And we'll still be sending out our obnoxious little YouTubes.
Could I please say something now?
Your turn. But you weren't letting me talk, so. We fight like this all the time. We love each other for 53 years almost, so.
I firmly believe that social media solved the problem. I don't believe that Royal Caribbean was quick enough to solve the problem, and social media did a better job. However, I do also believe that the fact that I called it to the attention of Michael Bailey, which I don't believe anyone else did, also was very helpful, because the leadership at Royal Caribbean really values everyone's participation in the Crown and Anchor Society loyalty program, and they want more people to join. And ironically, this package came today. Today is Thursday. Monday was the day that all these things were set into motion. I also received yesterday an email from the Crown and Anchor Society apologizing for recent fulfillment difficulties, and with assurances that the situation was going to be taken care of and handled, and that our loyalty and participation in the Crown and Anchor Society is extremely important to Royal Caribbean, and they wanted everybody to know that. So I think what they did was probably send an email to everyone who was waiting for, particularly their Pinnacle kids. Because there's a lot of people that have been turning Pinnacle in the last year, because sailing has resumed and people were anxious to get back to sailing, and probably were cruising a little more than they would have otherwise.
With
So
double points too, that helped a lot.
there
Plus,
there were double points promotions, and there were all kinds of
and if
incentives.
you're in a suite or junior suite, it's double that, so you get 4 points instead of 1. It was, you know.
It was
a lot of
an
people were-
easier way to get to that status. But the bottom line is, Royal Caribbean cares a lot about all of us who are members of the Crown and Anchor Society and who are cruising with them, even if they don't belong to the Crown and Anchor Society, because you can't join until you have completed a cruise. However, I think that there has been an awakening of the importance of this loyalty program and how people so look forward to receiving those milestone crystal blocks or these statues when they turn pinnacle and things, things that they get for rewards for their loyalty. And I think it's occurred to Royal Caribbean that it's very important to take care of those people that are loyal. So I want to end this on a happy note. I hope everybody who has not yet received their Pinnacle kit and it went somewhere else will have them by the end of this week or so. And I hope those who are waiting for it will also receive theirs in a timely fashion. There have obviously been issues with getting supplies, and that was one of the things that slowed all this down, the process. But once the statues get received, they have to be engraved, and the Pinnacle pins have to be engraved, and then things have to get shipped out. So I think they're well on their way to getting that under control. And I want to thank Royal Caribbean for supporting us, for all the times that the master of the vessel has chatted with us for our YouTube, or for the cruise directors and concierge and diamond concierge and
Casino hosts
assistant
and
casino
entertainers.
hosts and entertainers have taken time to talk to us on our YouTube channel, and I want to appreciate that. And I think that it's important that everyone understand that this was human error more than anything. You know, the supply chain slowdown for the parts needed is one issue that really nobody can take anything away from. It happens. You go to the grocery store and you don't get something that you wanted because of the same issue. But the fact that this was human error and obviously not intentional, it's probably more of an opportunity to do a little retraining or reinforcing what the process is supposed to be for fulfilling these orders, and people will
Well, when it comes
gain
to
from it.
that type of business, Noreen's been in that business for many, many years, for fulfillment and warehousing and shipping, and
Yeah,
so she understands how supply chain can go bad with one little mistake.
Yeah, and how people get affected. But the bottom line is, it's being corrected. And we're excited beyond belief to have these Pinnacle pins to be able to wear on our cruise that's next week. And we look forward to showing this to everybody on our YouTube channel to give you an idea of, even when something goes wrong, there's a way to get it fixed, and Royal Caribbean fixes it.
Yep.
So thank you to Royal Caribbean, thank you to the supplier, and to all the social media people who participated in getting this brought to the surface so that everybody could get what they were waiting for.
Also, I have one news flash that I'd like to share with everyone. Today, Jason Liberty, who's the CEO of all Royal Caribbean, all the other like Celebrity and Silver Seas and all the other brands, TUI, he made the announcement today that no more tests have to be made if you are cruising for less than six days.
Less
So,
than 6 nights.
And the reason for that number is that there's a number of Caribbean nations that still ask that people be tested before coming there. However, none of these 6-day cruises
No, 5 or less.
Go to any of these countries, so that's how they can do it. He also said once they lift their ban, then Royal will start letting us all go without having that darn pre-test every time you cruise.
Well,
That was great news. Thank you, Jason Liberty. And
yeah, we're excited about that.
We're excited about that.
It will be really good for everybody, to be able to take those shorter cruises. And I think that will also encourage more people to cruise,
Yep.
which, when you're a shareholder like we are, that's always a great thing if more people take cruises,
Now all the
because that's
stock
good
has to
for,
go back up
yeah.
again.
it's a good thing for the stock to go up, so.
It did go up today again. So
Yeah,
it's-
yeah,
good
that
news.
news caused a little rise in the price. So, back to what we started with, waiting for the Pinnacle kit, wrong one comes, it's on its way to the rightful owner. Ours comes to us as it should have been, thanks to social media, Cindy, Nancy, Valerie, and Kimberly from the supplier, and everybody at Royal Caribbean that encouraged this to get taken care of. And we want to thank everybody profusely for that, because we're so excited to have our Pinnacle information.
And we're losing our light, so
Yeah, it's time,
we're
it's
getting
time to
darker
say
and
goodnight.
darker. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna take this to bed with me tonight. No, I'm kidding.
No, that would, you could hurt
Yeah, oh
yourself
my
on
God,
that,
yes.
yeah.
Wake up with a bloody head or something. Anyhow, I want to tell everybody, remember, safe travel and have great vacations. Thank you, my friends.
Pinnacle, Pinnacle, Pinnacle.